Alright, so I saw my friend Sonic World's 831's video on will Junior Motorsports go to Cup and who will drive for them. Not a bad video. Not a bad video, Sonic. You did a great job, man. Oh, man, I you should really good name. Sorry, man. Sorry. In my opinion, I feel like Junior Motorsports probably make the jump to Cup. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, you see like the past few seasons, Dale Jr. has basically been very adamant on, no, I'm not bringing my team to Cup anytime soon. But with the next gen car rolling around, there's actually been like some change of mind. He's basically been saying, I probably won't, like, if we did ever go to Cup, I'll probably have Josh Berry as a driver. Not bad, but it's basically kind of just saying, what, if, we end up going to Cup, I'll probably have this driver as my driver. He's actually been in talks, with his sister and Mr. Rick Hendrick on what if, like, will they actually, if Mr. H will actually help them with, with engines and stuff, which I think they will. And basically there's be a Hendrick satellite car, like how Turner Scott was. But maybe not where Turner Scott was, maybe like around 30s. I feel like JRM probably maybe like a top 15 team if they do end up getting a lot of equipment from Hendrick Motorsports, like how they do in the Xfinity Series. And I really feel like that Junior's basically this team's going to go to Cup. But I feel like at least, they're going to keep the Xfinity Series program ready. But the Cup Series, they're just going to hold that. But if they ever think about maybe having like a carousel of drivers, I probably feel like Justin Allgaier maybe wouldn't be in that equation. I would probably see Michael and that doing, half the super speedway schedule split up with Noah Gragson. Gragson's probably doing most of the road courses and, some of the mile and a halves, while Josh Berry probably may get some of the mile and a halves. And he'll probably get most of the short tracks, which I feel like that will actually happen if they do end up having like a carousel of drivers like how the Roush 60 car was in Xfinity back in 2018. Justin Allgaier, the last time he was even in a Cup car, it was in a Cup car. I can't freaking talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm very sorry. It was in the 2020 Brickyard 400 where he ended up getting that pit incident, which took him out the race early. He wouldn't be a bad choice. If Junior Motorsports is actually looking like for some stability from a veteran driver, I feel like, Allgaier wouldn't be a bad choice. He brings in the funding from Brandt. Not to mention, he's like I said, he hasn't been in a Cup car since 2020. But at the same time, full time, he hasn't been in one since 2015. But I feel like he actually could, build the team up to some stability and actually, do very good with the team. Maybe get like top 15, top 10 runs here and there and stuff. Maybe even get a win. But I just don't see Allgaier going to Cup. I feel like he's probably going to stay down in the Xfinity Series, which he's actually been happy ever since. And I feel like he's going to keep continuing for championships in the Xfinity Series. A driver that I think who actually probably will make the jump to the Cup Series is Noah Gragson. And I'm not to mention I've been very adamant that he'll probably go to the one car, and I've been very strict with that. It's if Kurt Busch does retire this year, because he probably leaked this retirement video. I really feel like, in my opinion, that Noah Gragson is going to the Cup Series. Yes, most of his antics on the racetrack are pretty much stupid and dumb and aggressive. But I feel like Dale Jr. really likes that in the kid. He likes actual fire, and he likes, a driver with an attitude, a driver with a persona, not to mention a driver that can actually get race finishes. Which Noah Gragson, you look at it this year, he has 4 top 5 finishes. Yes, Darlington does count. He did not get DQ'd. So, we kind of look at it technically. Junior Motorsports, they've basically been, at 9 team, they've been pretty consistent. But if Noah Gragson's too aggressive, coming with 2 to go at Homestead, and basically wrecks himself and takes him out of the race, basically, that they're screwed. But I feel like Noah Gragson, he actually has, he's kind of maybe matured a little. He'll be 23 years old in July, but I feel like Noah Gragson, he probably will be a rookie in 2022, along with Austin Cindric, and I'm thinking Justin Haley will be the driver for the 16. But in actually my honest opinion, I feel like that's how it's actually going to be. Noah Gragson, I think if Junior Motorsports doesn't win the Cup, he'll probably be the driver of the 88 car. He does also bring funding from Bass Pro Shops. Not to mention, Switch is gone, which actually like kind of covered like in the video maybe like a few months ago. That Switch basically left the team, left JRM. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that, Bass Pro Shops does fund them for the full season, like how they're doing the Xfinity. That's actually going to help Noah Gragson out. I mean, even though there's like 4 or 5 Bass Pro Shop cars in the Cup Series, it's kind of iffy. I mean, he probably won't get sponsored by Bass Pro Shops the full season. Maybe Brant or Pilot Flying J will kind of step up. I don't know. But yeah, the next driver I want to get to is Josh Berry. Now, Josh Berry, he actually has worked his butt off to get up to this point in the Xfinity Series. And I've actually liked what the guy has done. He did win a race at Martinsville, which I was very elated by that because it was the first time they ate a car won since August in 2006 at Michigan. And I was very actually happy. And I really feel like that, Josh Berry may actually kind of get the team. If they're like short track programs kind of wonky, I feel like Berry can actually do good with that because, his background is being a short track driver. Josh Berry, he's actually a pretty good driver. He's pretty decent, and I feel like he's actually will probably bring his equipment home. If he just doesn't make any rookie mistakes, I feel like he can actually be there in the end. Like how it was at Daytona this year. Unfortunately, Ty Dillon had to cost that damn big one, which basically took him out. He took Berry out of contention, but I feel like Josh Berry is actually a pretty damn good driver. Michael Annett, I just don't see Annett basically going to the car unless it's like a rotational ride. I just don't see Annett going to that car. But I mean, Pilot Flying J can actually fund the full season for the team, but I just don't see it. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Michael Annett. Michael Annett's one of my favorite drivers. I know he's actually consistent. He could bring the team up, with some stability, but at the same time, I just don't see it. He hasn't really been, there the past couple of seasons with JRM. I mean, he's been consistent. He's been there, but he just hasn't, contended for wins a lot. But anyways, basically, that's my thoughts and opinions on, who will actually go with which car. To what car? Not to mention, the financial standpoint, I feel like probably will be the easiest part to get through. But finding and securing a charter will probably be way worse. Just because Rick Ware Racing has over 1,000 charters that they can just basically own every team in the Cup Series. Which I hated. I really wish JRM could really find a charter. Because I think they're actually betting off, one of Spire's 3 charters. And it's between really just 3 teams. Well, probably maybe 3. That'll be in JRM if they do end up going to the Cup Series. 23XI and Call Lake Racing, which is already the only 2 right now. They're basically bidding for that charter. But if Junior throws his hat into the ring, that should be a great battle. Anyways, that's my thoughts and takes on who would go to which car. I hope I get a lot of views on this video, and not maybe around 14 or 15, because I made another version of this and it did not come out as I wanted it to go. I'll upload this Friday, and have a good day whenever the heck I'm watching this.